Hello everyone, JK Origami here, and today I'm going to teach you how to fold my Origami Gymnast. This here was folded from a 15 by 15 centimeter square of two-sided foil. And as you can see, it's a gymnast doing a handstand on a balance beam. So this is the paper I would recommend for this. You could fold it from Kami. And that's actually what I'm going to use to demonstrate. Slightly bigger. This here is 20 by 20 centimeter Kami. So, let's begin. Now this design is made from a box-pleated 16 by 16 grid. So if you already know how to do that, you can skip ahead in the video. But for now, you want your paper to start the balance beam color side up. So in this case, I want the blue to be my balance beam, the white to be my gymnast. So I'm going to start blue side up. I'm going to start by folding the paper in half. Like that. And unfold. Now I'm going to go ahead, rotate the paper, fold it in half again. Now we're going to divide this section into quarters by bringing this edge to the center and this edge to the center. Now we're going to repeat that, folding each of these sections in half, which will give us eighths. Now we're going to bring this edge to this crease to fold this section in half. And then rotate. And we're going to do the same thing on this side to get these two in half. And we're going to fold to this line right here. Now we have eighths. Now I'm going to rotate 90 degrees, and we're going to repeat those same steps, dividing into quarters and then dividing into eighths. So we're going to fold both edges to the center crease. And again, you want to make sure you crease precisely, so that way you have the most accurate creases possible. That way when we go later on in the design, it'll turn out really nice. So now we're going to bring this edge here to divide into eighths. And then this edge to that crease. And once again, rotate. I'm going to divide this section in half, and then divide this section in half. And now bring the edge to the second crease, just like we did before. Now when you unfold, you'll notice we have an 8 by 8 grid. So now what we're going to do is flip the model over, and now we're going to divide each of these sections in half. So you're going to bring this edge to there, to the first crease. Now we're going to fold the next crease like this. We're folding it backward underneath a mountain fold, so it looks like this. And now we're going to bring the new raw edge up to the next line, folding all layers. and crease sharply. Now we're going to fold this layer behind once again, and we're going to repeat, and we're going to keep going until we get all the way to the end. And we'll end up with something that looks similar to a fan. So continue along, creasing sharply as you go, and make sure that your folds are precise. Mine went a little bit off. I'll correct that. And for the last one, you just bring the raw edge to the other edge. And you'll end up with a strip like this. And when you look at it, it's like a fan. Now we're going to unfold this. Now we have our 16ths, and we're going to repeat the process. As you notice, I've already rotated the paper, but if you end up like this, you just want 90-degree rotation. And we're going to do the same thing. And you want to make sure that you crease precisely, like my paper's trying to reform those creases that we just made. And it's giving it a bit of a bend, so you just want to make sure that you flatten it right back out. And as you're doing this, once again, just make sure that your creases are precise. And that way you'll have nice 16ths once we're done this step. And once more, once you get to the last layer, you just bring the raw edge up to the other edge, completing your 16ths. So it looks just like that. And now I'm going to unfold flat. And now we have to make a few diagonal folds, as with any box-pleated design. So we're going to start by bringing this edge to that edge. We're making the standard diagonal fold. So just like this. But now we're only going to crease 8 layers over. So I'm going to start in the corner here, and my crease is only going to go 8/16 over, so halfway through the paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. And crease sharply. Now we're going to unfold and do the same thing in mirror image on this side, folding like that. The two lines should intersect right here, and that's the center of the paper. Now, we're going to make another crease. We're going to go from this corner this time, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go 5 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, the diagonal. So, bring this edge of the paper to that edge. And it's a bit difficult with all the parallel creases, but once you have it, you want to crease down only 5 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. like that. And once you're done, you can unfold. It should look like that. Now, from this point here, where we finished our crease, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to go 4 up. So right there. So from this point, we're going to fold in. And you can see we have that corner right there. And so now we're going to crease 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to make sure that it's precise. So it should look like that. And once you've done that, now we're going to go from the other corner, and this time we're only going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So to here. So again, fold the diagonal, but this time we're only going to crease down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And crease it sharply. And now what we're going to do is we're going to crease connecting this point to that point. We're going to go on a diagonal again, this time 3 squares. So I'm going to just check where my crease is, and I'm going to fold right over to here. Like that. And now that we've done that, we're done the pre-creasing. So now it's time to collapse. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by folding in half along this center crease. Now this is a valley fold at this point, but you want to switch it over to become, sorry, this is a mountain fold, and you want to switch it to a valley fold, so like this. Now, we're going to take this crease and the crease on the other side, the diagonals, and we're going to make mountain folds with them. And now we're going to fold this in like this. You can see it already starting to form. So this crease here in the center is going to naturally become a valley fold again, so like this. Looks like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the 4th crease, or actually we're going to start from the bottom here. We'll work our way up. So what we're going to do is we're going to completely box pleat this entire thing. So we're going to start at the bottom, make this crease, open it up a bit, and we're going to bring it right here to the diagonal. Now we're going to connect it to this other horizontal line that's going across. We're going to continue to make it. And now we hit the diagonal fold again. So we're going to rotate and continue to fold up. And just go right to the end. So it looks like that. Now we see that we have this next crease, this one, and that one. We're going to go ahead and make them valley folds. So once again, starting from the end, I'm just folding valleys, and now here I hit my diagonal, so I'm going to start the other crease, and keep going in valley folds, and they should want to form themselves if you pre-creased sharply. And now we do mountain again, and we keep doing this until we get all the way to the center. They will meet in the middle, like that. And so now valley, and so now mountain, and then now we're in the middle, so we're going to do the final valley, which just pushes this fold down, brings the sides together, and meets in the middle, like that. So this right here that we've just formed, we formed these 2 flaps. These are going to be our balance beam. And this part up here is going to become our gymnast. So here's what we do now. We go ahead, and we're going to start to make open it up a bit, and make this valley fold, this very first crease. So we're just bringing it to the center, and you'll notice that if I now flip it over, you can see that we're making this mountain fold, and it connects to this diagonal crease, and we want to make that diagonal, and the same thing on the other side. Now, we're going to fold the valley fold, just like we did before, and notice on the left side we make another diagonal that connects, but now in the middle, we run into this diagonal fold right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to allow this mountain fold to come right and connect to the line. And those two folds will want to do that. So you can see it makes this section here. And now we're going to keep going. And you see, once again, it meets the diagonal. So now we make that valley. And now again, now we can see we have two different sections. They're divided by this middle. So here we can just quickly complete this. We make this valley, and it wants to come together like that. And now we're going to do the same thing here. I'm just kind of making the creases now, and then I'm just going to bring it all together like that. And so now you can see we have this right here, which looks like this. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of unfold a little bit, and we're going to look at it like this. So now we have to make a couple additional creases. So you can see how we have this line right here. So this point is where the two lines meet, and we're going to make this line, just push it down, like that. Now, what we have to do is, we have to make two folds. We have to make one right here, and right here. And another one right there, and another one right there. What we're doing is, we're making a square within here to make the head. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of unfold and make a fold from this corner down to that corner. Like that. Now we're going to make one from this corner down to the other corner. Like that. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. And the same thing down there, making a square. Like that. Now, what we're going to do with this square is we're going to try to recollapse just the center part here. And you'll notice this square is pushing out this layer. So we're going to make the valley fold on the outside. And now this square is mountain folds. And so we're going to make a valley fold in the middle, and we're going to bring the layers together. You can see it already wants to form on its own, and it comes together like that. And just want to make sure it comes together just like that. So this is what it looks like. And this right here is going to make the head. So now we bring it back together, and we look at it from this side, you can see the head. So now we can kind of fold these layers to each side to give them some flexibility, the leg layers, and the balance beam. So now here's what we're going to do to give this some color change, to make the Gymnast, in my case, the white color. So what we're going to do is, we're going to start with the longest part, which is here. So this is the head, the arm, and we're starting on the top. I'm going to take the raw edge and bring it to this side. So I'm just creasing like that. And I'm continuing up the length of the leg. And then I get to the corner where it doesn't want me to go anymore. I'm just going to stop for now. And the same thing down here, down the arm. Doesn't want me to go anymore. Now what I'm going to do is, with the arm, I'm going to fold it up. And I'm going to take this layer, I'm going to kind of unfold the paper, and just pop it over like that, just changing the color. Now I'm going to continue that fold down up to the head. And once I get to the head, I'm once again going to flip the paper over and continue the fold. So you kind of want to make sure that the creases stay formed. So now I'm going to kind of remake the model and continue down the arm until I get right up to the beam. Now, I'm going to go back up here, back to the leg, and once again, this one's a bit harder. You just gotta pull the edge over top. Be careful, because this is a good spot for the paper to rip, but if you do it carefully, you should be okay, like that. And we're continuing down, so this is what it looks like. And we're just continuing the folds, changing the color, all the way down the Gymnast. And then, once again, we gotta flip the paper in the corner, and keep going until you hit the beam. So at this point, now that you got the color change done, I'm just going to finish right up to the beam. We want to remake the model again. And so now you can see you have the Gymnast, like this, with the different color. And again, Kami isn't the best paper for this, but that's what I'm using. And for the legs now, we gotta do this fold. We're going to come back looking at it from this angle. And for this leg, I'm going to take this flap and fold it along this crease and that crease. I'm going to do an inside reverse fold. Looks like that. Looks like that. Now, I'm going to fold back up, making creases from there to there. I'm just going to almost take this leg and pull it for the foot. Looks like that. And you can adjust it to your taste. I like mine a little more pointing forward. Like that. Now, we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to open up. Now, this one's a bit more difficult because you have this extra layer here, and you got to push it to one side. And now we can make those folds. And this time you have to pull it out a little bit closer. So I'm just going to make the folds. And then, once again, pull that out and tilt it a bit forward, just like that. And you can see that it's a little bit different, but not that much. And to make it again the same, I'm just going to take this corner and just push it in, like that. And again, this is just a taste. If you're okay having two different feet, then it doesn't really matter. So, I think these look okay. Now, with the arm, we're going to do something similar. We're going to actually take this layer and once again open it up and fold it in. Like that. And now for the arm, I prefer to have a smaller hand. So when I pull this out, I'm going to pull it out not as much. Or you could pull it out the same amount, but then I'm just going to fold some of it in and just wrap it around and then tuck it behind. And that way I have a hand. Now, I'm going to once again bring the paper together, and next we're going to deal with this area. So I'm going to open up the paper, split 3 layers each way, and I'm going to try to bring the paper together. So I'm going to open it up and try to flatten it like that. And now I'm going to go about halfway, and I'm going to bring it like that. So I'm just flattening this edge, and I'm going to fold this layer into the center crease. So almost like this. Now this part can get a bit thick, but I'm going to do it like that. Right? Now I'm going to push this layer inside, and I'm going to fold them both to the same direction. Now that we have the pre-crease. So you can see the arm is quite thick, but that's okay. And the color here should now lie flat. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to do the similar thing with this arm. We're going to fold it in half. And you can shape it to taste. I like putting mine out here. And now the head you can pull, you can fold, you can adjust how you wish. I like to kind of open it up a little bit, make it almost 3D, put it on its side a little bit. And now we're going to do the same thing with the rest of the body. So I'm going to fold the leg. Actually, I like to shape the legs by folding it that way. And the same thing for this one. And with more time, you can adjust it more to taste. And I like to fold the body a little bit. And that's about what you want for shaping. Now for the balance beam, you can see how we have one parallel line, 2 parallel lines, and a third. We're going to fold in between the second and the third, so try to go about halfway. Doesn't really matter too badly. And crease sharply. And then we're going to take, you can see that you have this crease here that's showing. We're going to fold this edge to the crease. And the same thing with the other edge. And we're going to make a rabbit ear fold. Like that. And then you're going to take the corner and just fold it down to give this a nice square bottom. Then we're going to take the beam and fold it in half all the way down. And I'm going to stop at the center because I haven't done the other side yet, but then we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So fold it in about halfway between the second and third crease. And then make the rabbit ear, fold down the corner, and then we're going to make our fold in half. And once again, you can just make sure that those creases hold. Now again, my paper is getting very thick and it's not that easy to shape. But you can see the finished product, and from the other side, if this was shaped better, you could see how the folds would hold, and you could have a two-sided, same color design. So yeah, that's about it. This is, again, the good one. As you can see, it turned out much nicer, and I get good color on both sides. But thank you very much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials and content. Please leave a comment below telling me what I should do next, and I hope you were able to fold it. As always, enjoy. See you next time.